Hello, my lovely Libras. Welcome to your daily inspo. Today, we're going to start with an affirmation. And the affirmation of the week is I am confident. Let's say that together 4 times. I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. I am confident. Okay? All right, guys, let's get right into this message. I do have a download for you. Also, guys, you want to make sure you take advantage if you want a reading. Take advantage of the 25% off all readings on the website. I will have the information down below in the description bar. Okay, but I do have these downloads for you. I got these messages, and for some of you guys, they may be a little intense. All right. They may be a little intense today. First message that I do have for you, I have a couple messages for you, so y'all just bear with me, is flesh gives birth to flesh, but spirit only gives birth to spirit. I feel like this is coming from a person that could be dealing with some type of desires, addictions, and trying to find some way through the light. And I do have a message about the light. For some, we always talk about the infinite source, especially when it comes to Empress energy. And I make it sound cute, like, a person is hating on you and they feel like doing what you do is going to get them the same experiences that you get. But for real, you're not the infinite source. The person thinks that you're the infinite source when you know who the infinite source is. So you're always abundant. That's why other people always feel in lack. So now, I always make it sound cute, make it sound fly. But for real, if you're seeking this love, this peace, this abundance, this light energy, this freedom, for some of you guys, it could be some type of like saving of your spirit. It's only going to come through spirit. Spirit touches you. God touches you. It's only going to come through spirit. Then I have something about the light. I watched something and I knew that I was supposed to watch this because I was wondering what was going on. And one of the things that got me was this guy was talking about the eyes on people. Be mindful, look in people's eyes. Don't be afraid to look in a person's eyes. But the other message that I do have is that light is in the world. It's just that people like darkness. Light has come to the world, but humans, love darkness rather than light because their deeds were evil. Okay, so I've know a lot of people who can speak, who can talk the Bible, who can talk about every type of God, saint, whatever, but their deeds are evil. Still using people. Still talking terrible about people. Still wishing hate, sometimes even death on people. Being in this spiritual business, you have to be very, very careful. And this is for the people who may look at me as some type of inspiration of what you want to be. People are into some different shit. Okay? And they clove the word spiritual on top of it, but it's demonic to me. It's demonic. I'm not about to pray on a person's downfall. That's just not how I'm not in that ministry. I'm not about to get a candle because I want a person to pay or get some revenge. I'm not about to do that. The deeds are evil. It doesn't work. I've always been a person who felt blessed and highly favored. And it's rarely times where I am combative and fighting and things like that. A lot of the times when people do something to me, I feel sorry for them because they know not what they do. They didn't know that I came in love. They didn't know that I came in light. Maybe it's hard to see a girl, a woman that's not trying to hate on you, sis. Maybe it's hard to see a woman that's actually trying to get to know who you are, king. Maybe it's hard for you to see a person in this crazy world where everybody is just throwing their insecurities in the universe on the internet and calling it spiritual and calling it some type of light and calling it information and calling it, I call BS. I call straight BS. Okay? I don't know. I don't even tap into that work at all. I don't want to. It's not something that ain't something that I could be like religious about. This is no shade to what another person practices because I know it's like traditions and things like that. That's just not a part of my ministry. And I do look at things like if you're praying and wishing on a person's downfall, you the one that's lost. You the one this not the channel for you. I talk to the people who get prayed on. I don't talk to the people who doing the praying. Okay? Y'all go somewhere else. There's plenty of people who are talking about doing the praying on people. We praying for ourselves. We're not wasting prayers on people unless we're praying for them to be saved and loved and protected. Unless we're praying for forgiveness. And I know it may sound cliche, but the deeds are evil. And the deeds are evil. Light is here. But you got to be, especially if you're that person. I had to be very, very honest with myself in the dark shit that I love. I had to be very, very honest with myself and be like, okay, I love this. This is why I like this. This dark stuff. It's dark. And I need to figure this out because the highest version of myself don't like this stuff. The highest version of myself is the highest love, light, frequency you could ever imagine. Just floating on love, floating on air, just without a care in the world. So I did get that message because you got to be very, very careful, especially being into the spiritual business. I don't get you might be surprised, I don't let people read me. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I don't let people read me. I only got one person on this here YouTube that I'm like, I might get a reading from her. I might get a reading from her. But I don't let people read me at all. And I've never had a bad experience about readings. I just heard bad experiences from people of readers. Actually, words are very, very powerful. You have to be very, very careful about what you say to another person. And when another person is looking at you for guidance and help and insight, they are really eating up your every single word. I watch these people on this show and my shadow, I don't know if it was my shadow or me just laughing at stupidity. I laugh at, just because the fact that I'm not so gullible, I can't. I just don't have that gullible bone in my body. But it was this thing called escaping twin flames. And y'all, these people was going to jail because some people on YouTube told them that this person was indeed their twin flame and they have to go and do whatever it takes for love. These people was catching charges, stalking people. Like, I'm like cracking up. Like, if y'all want a nice laugh and you're not so sensitive, if y'all want a nice laugh, watch that documentary, I'm telling you. And they preyed on people who were, in my opinion, I'm thinking like not insecure. If you let a person, if you're doing all that for a person, I feel like you gotta be a little insecure. You don't think of yourself as the prize. You think of this other person as the prize. and all this pride talk. But I feel like we're supposed to have some level of love within ourselves, because that stops us from doing a lot of dumb stuff. Like a lot of dumb stuff. But the deeds, y'all, the deeds are evil. And I watched that. Going back to what I watched, the devil always comes to collect. Not trying to scare nobody, but the devil comes to collect. He comes to collect. We talk about this, the devil card of selling you the dream of love and all that, and then you realize you done sold your soul. I was taught that as a child. I've always believed in heaven, hell. My idea of hell kind of changes, but I still believe that there is one. My idea of hell kind of changes to like a mindset or whatever. But as I'm getting more tapped into the spiritual essence and the spiritual, I do feel like it's a place where your spirit goes. Yeah. Don't worry, because this message is not for you to scare you. This message is for the person who feels like the victim. That feels like there's a person who's doing bad deeds, that's getting off, and here you are trying to be the light in the room, trying to be the love in the situation, trying to actually help in a situation. And it feels like all of your goodness is not being seen, it's not being appreciated. It's a thing called karma that I have seen with my own eyes. I have felt karma. So I know that shit comes back around. Okay? I done did some bad shit. The next thing you know, I had to eat words. I done said some shit about another person. Next thing you know, I'm going through it. Karma is so real, especially if you are spiritual. If you claim to be spiritual, you get your karma like bam, bam. It ain't no time. You don't wait. When you are spiritual, you are going to get your karma back so fast. Who gets their karma back fast? I want to know who's the real spiritual people that watch me, who feels like, who gets their karma back. Because a person who does not get their karma back, who feel like, catch me if you can. I don't think you're close spiritually. I just don't. That's one thing I know. That when you are very, very spiritually, just a very spiritual person, your karma comes right back to you. And you know, Libras, we believe in karma. So yeah, that was the message. I also have some other messages. Y'all, that spooked me. I would tell y'all about this thing, but I don't want to spook anybody. I feel like I spooked, but just know that light is here. Light has always been here. And dark is always, when you think about a dark place, the darkness exceeds the light. But all you need is one light to light up a dark place. It's always more dark. People like it. It's comfortable. It's to go into the light. And when I say light, like your light is your only protection. Like I was talking to a friend and she was like, do you have a this? Do you have a that? No, I don't need none of that. I don't need none of that. No shade to nothing, but I don't get into none of that. All I need is to get down on my knees and pray to God. That's it. The old school way. The old school way. That's what works for me. That is what has always been working for me. And I'm going to stick with what I know. I ain't trying to convert nobody. Shoot, I'm a child of God that like tarot cards, okay? I don't got no room to even talk. But I know some of you guys are on the same path. I see the spirituality and the light in it and the healing in it. So many people need it. So many people watch it all day, every day, whatever. They need some type of message. Yeah. Your light is your protection. Your light is your protection. I will say this. I watched a video of a guy talking about his experience of getting a phone call from the other side which means somebody called him from hell. If you don't believe in these types of things, I believe that these things can happen. Y'all, they just said they were seeing aliens and shit, and they've been hiding all this shit. If it's people that's coming through walls and coming through dimensions, it's a realm, the realm that the government can't hide us from anymore. It's a portal that they can't hide us from anymore. They can't keep secret and say it's a myth. I know for a fact. I had a friend in the army. They have actually a spiritual place that they guard. That is so much spiritual activity that they say if you go past that line, you're on your own, because we don't know what happens to you once you go past that line. And he told me he said all that spirit. He said God. He told me, he said God is real. Trust me, I know. God is real. The angels, devils, all of that stuff, all of that is real. I've seen it with my own eyes. But this guy had a call from the, let me at least shuffle some cards while I'm rambling, because I'm going to keep rambling because I got something to say. But the guy gets a call from a best friend. It's an actor. He was telling his story. The guy gets a call from a best friend about, first of all, when I say death, the evil, his mother, first of all, his mother was trying to keep him from this friend, because this friend kept coming to this mother's house looking for him, but the mother seen death on him. And the mother seen death on him so strong that she was like, it would be no saving him. So she didn't want the guy with the death on him and her son to cross any type of paths. So for the next couple of days, the mom was acting weird. Every time the son would come and check on her, she would say, get back in your car, go home. Don't talk to no friends. Just go straight home. Call me when you get there. And he was like, what the hell is going on? So on like the third day, she calls him and was like, I need you to come to the house. He comes to the house and she tell him that the friend had passed away. And she told him about what she seen and how she seen the spirit of death on him. And she said she just didn't want her son nowhere near him. Because when death comes to collect, if you in the way, y'all know what happened. Y'all know what happened when you in the wrong place at the wrong time now. But when death comes to collect, it comes to collect. Okay? So he felt bad because this was the friend that took the wrong path. He would do so many evil deeds, robbing old people, killing, so many things. And he would always try to tell his friend, I think that this is something that you shouldn't do. It's something that you shouldn't do. You need to stop doing this. You need to stop. He was like everybody got that friend. Well, you need to stop. You need the preacher friend. He was the preacher friend, or the mom or the daddy friend. So he felt so bad because he felt like had he known, which his mother knew, the wisdom of our mamas, she knew that nothing would stop her son to try to save his best friend. And he kept feeling like, I could have took him somewhere. I could have had him here. I could have whatever. So he dies. He gets a phone call one night, and his girlfriend answers the phone. And she is shocked. Like her face goes pale. She is shocked when she hears the voice on the phone. So she goes to him. He like, what the hell is going on? And she's like, you have a collect call from, she said the friend's name. So he got up and got pissed. He was like, whoever is playing like that was really a friend. He got on the phone. And the guy had called him a special name that only his close friends, family member called him. He called that name. And was like, I need you to help me. I need you to help me. I need you to help me. He was like, where are you? Where are you? And he kept hearing fire, like being next to a big, big campfire. You know how the wind of the fire just whoosh, whoosh, go like that? So he kept hearing fire, and he heard him tussling with people, and he was screaming like, come save me, come save me, come save me, come save me. He kept, the friend was saying like, where are you? Where are you? Who is that? Where are you? Where are you? And he said he kept hearing him feeling overpowered. He heard that he was being overpowered and just heard the screams, and then the screams started muffling and getting farther and farther away, till the phone just went dead. Called the phone company to trace the call. They said that they wouldn't be able to get the call, but on the bill, they'll be able to see the phone records or whatever. He said he knew the exact time. I'm pretty sure if something like that happened, you know the exact time, or at least around the time. But he said he knew the exact time. His girlfriend was there. When he got his phone records, there was no evidence of a phone call at all. So he strongly believes that he got a call from the other side. And I believe it. I believe that, like, your bad deeds, especially if you don't repent. Like, we've all done bad shit. So I'm not going to sit here and be like, yeah, because you've done it, so you're going to hell. Not that girl. I'm not that girl, okay? But your wicked deeds. Everybody know the wicked deeds. The stuff, the evil deeds. They catch up with you. Especially if you don't repent. If you have this feeling like you'll never get caught, you can continue to do whatever it is that you want to do. Nobody's ever going to catch up with me. It's not going to catch up with me. Oh, yeah, it catches up. The baddest person to tell you that. You're going to feel it. You may be able to wear a poker face better than everybody else. Oh, but you're going to touch this karma. Going to feel that karma. You may be able to wear a poker because you done did your dirt all around, so now you don't want people to see you going through dirt. But it definitely comes up. So definitely, only person who knows your intentions is you and God for certain things. You'll be surprised how many people have these false good deeds, but they're really rooted in evil. And that's for another video. But I just wanted to let you know that when you work with the devil gonna come to collect. And that is light here, but people's deeds are evil. And all you need is your light to protect you. All you need is your light to protect you. And just let's talk about a mother. How our mothers need to be honored because the protection that they have over us. That mother who was like, oh no, I want you far away, who felt it on this boy. We need to listen to our mothers, our fathers, our grandparents, especially when they're saying some things like that. They know way more than us. So, that was a message. It may have sounded so crazy, but, you know, and here go this 5 of Wands keep on coming out, y'all. Excuse me. First of all, we got the Akashic records are open. Okay? Akashic records are open to you. You get some intellect, some information that is not privy to everyone. Everybody don't get access. Everybody can have access, but everybody don't get to access it. That's the harsh, reality of stuff. Everybody can live an abundant life. But does everybody live an abundant life? Some people know people who were miserable while they were here until they died. I don't think you want that life. I don't think nobody wants that life, right? Some people have that dream of work till they die. Complain about the job for 55 years and then die. But you get access to the Akashic records, right? You get access to some information that a lot of people can't have. Why can't they have it? They aren't willing to do the work. Just like people can't have success because they aren't willing to do the work. it is here for you if you were. Y'all see what I'm trying to say here? Everything is for you. Everything you can actually have. Anything, everything, right? God loves a sinner who repents, right? Everything is here for you to have. But only certain people are actually going to access it. Only certain people have the actual strength, the dedication, the work ethic to access it. You see? So it's not so much about a chosen one, it's about a person choosing themselves to access it. Because like we all are chosen. But we have to choose ourselves to actually access the promised land. But nevertheless, you have access to the Akashic records. They have been open to you. So you are the light in the midst of the man with the evil deeds. And evil gets evil. Like evil gets evil. Okay? You also have this gentleman here. A gentleman is very, very significant for you in conflicts, opposing opinions, opposing opinions. And I was just talking about this, like it was like some media stuff, but this is just what it reminds me of. And I was like, why? It seems like the men, some men, not the men. I'm not gonna do that to y'all, kings, okay, brothers. Some men are so ready. Right now, it's been like an argumentative. Men are so eager to get back at or argue or shut a woman up or shut this up. And what I always used to tell, if a man was a B word, okay, if he was so quick to argue with a girl or a woman, and when a man came in the room, he shut up. That was the clear. That's like the guy who never had a fist fight but want to put his hands on a woman. That's that man. And some of you guys may have these conflicts with me. Some of you guys may be around these, I don't know what to call them, okay? Some of you guys may be around these men that don't got a man bone in their damn body. And they feel like overpowering a woman, beating up a woman, cussing out a woman gives them some type of bravado because they can't do that with the man. Think about how many YouTube channels have been successful. How many men, how many people like this shit? Like when I tell you, man like dark. How many people like to see a man belittle a woman? But when another man comes in the room, you respectful. It's supposed to be, ain't it? Am I tripping, or is it supposed to be the other way around? I swear I woke up feeling good today. I swear look at how many people. And even the guy, what Kevin Samuels, he said it the best. When he was going on men, nobody wanted to see that. The moment he starts trash talking women, millions, millions, millions. Women wanted to see it. And I used to be like, why are women calling? But you realize that people aren't as secure as they appear to be. We learned that with the PPPs, right? All these celebrities going to jail. We learned that with the OnlyFans, right? All these celebrities busting it wide open because I thought y'all had money. Everybody ain't as secure as nobody is. Whatever you appear to be, you're not all the way that. Not all the way that at all. Somebody's not as strong as they appear to be. The strongest one person in the room probably cries the most, probably is the most sensitive, probably has to. The person who you think the meanest, they probably actually are nice. person who you think is the nicest, they probably is a little wicked, okay? It's a little tad bit because we need a little balance. And extremes lead to extremes. So if you're extremely nice, it's times when you're extremely not. But let me hurry up because I do have an appointment at 2. And I do want to get myself together for this appointment. Oh, let me tell you guys about it. I'm offering a deep personal reading on my site. And you get you an hour reading, phone call reading. That's my only phone call now on my site. And you also get yourself a follow-up reading, 10 minutes, because sometimes, I know a lot of times after readings, people still have questions. Some things come out that a person may still have a question, a person may still want clarity. Some things might unfold in their real life where they're like, okay, so this happened, so I want to know. So I give you guys a follow-up reading, which is actually, it's kind of like it's free. So you pay for the hour reading, and then you get the follow-up for free. Follow-up is only 10 minutes. All readings are on phone call. Okay. So if you want to check that out right now, it's going for 25% off. That's all I'm going to say. That's my most expensive reading. So if you want to get it, save your coins a little bit, then definitely go ahead and make sure you put in the coupon code MOON125. All right, y'all. Let's get into this reading. I done gave y'all a rant from hell, okay? But nah, though, because I knew I was going to get some type of sign, and the sign that I got yesterday was like, the devil is coming to collect. I said, what the hell? I had to open up the Bible this morning now. But about good deeds, bad deeds. All you gotta do is continue to walk in your light, mind your business, drink your water, you know, moisturize your skin. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. All right. Let's get into, let's see where I want to go. I'm going to go into the Priestess of Light Oracle. We just going to pull a couple cards really quick to see what the messages is, what the energy is. Oh my God, y'all. This is not a music channel, but did y'all hear that Meg Thee Stallion diss? I was up last night. I could not go to sleep. And I didn't even know what beef was going on. I'd be out of the mix. But she ate down. She ate. Listen. She said the men talk about BBLs, but they walk around with the same scars. Ate down. I gotta listen to that. That's been my little bankhead bounce. That's been my thing. Y'all, if y'all don't listen, if y'all like rap music, go ahead and listen to it. You won't be disappointed at all. Look at me. Somebody like, what kind of channel is this? I don't know. But let's get into it. Hopefully you stayed here for the reading. But if you just stayed for the rant, that's the real messages. New creations, innovation. Innovation brings new creation. Innovation, new creations. What are you creating that's new? There are a lot of new things that's about to start happening. Have y'all looked up the age, what the age of Aquarius means? Oh, no, we going into a fire age. Not a fire age, but a fire, I forgot what it is, but the fire energy or whatever. It's feminine. All things women, all things spiritual, all things technology, all things that have to do with the mind. Calming the waters. Look at you. This is the energy. This is the energy. Some of you guys got these deep feelings coming from the past. past life influences, deep emotions, setting boundaries. I did just hear that I had a dream about boundaries. Like I kept saying the word boundaries, 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 boundaries. Because I've been doing a thing called honoring my boundaries, even with me. Like I can't have certain conversations. And I know that. It triggers me. And a lot of the times, a lot of people don't honor their boundaries because they want to say, I'm strong, I can do it. What works for another person, I always honor my sensitivities. If I don't, I probably would have been in terrible ass relationships. And I haven't. I'm proud of the hand that I got dealt. It could have been way, way worse. But one thing I always learn is knowing yourself is protection. Because you will guard yourself from putting yourself in places that you know damn well you don't need to be in. You can't do it. One of the things I can't tolerate is verbal abuse from a man, right? And I have friends who that was like the norm of them, of a man talking to them crazy. And granted, I was never verbally abused by a man, but I'm too sensitive for. First of all, my father didn't even yell at me. I've never even gotten a whooping, a spanking from my father. The men in my family, they don't yell. They're the most calmest people. It's the women that get the yelling, but the men are the most calmest people. I don't know what I can't take a man yelling at me. Can't take a man blowing up at me. So I steer away from them. That's one of my, like, you talk to me crazy, you might get ghosted. Keeping it where I know me, okay? I might be like, can't really do this. I ain't feeling it. Might wake up one morning and be like, you know what? That's just how I do. All right, let's see. For some of you guys, you are creating this new place because you are becoming at peace with yourself. You are at peace with yourself. When you become at peace with who you are, you can become at peace with other things. You see how this new creation, it comes from you calming the waters within. Also, I do have something about waters and manifestations, and you might want to speak to your water when you drink it. Just say your affirmation. If you're drinking right now, just whisper to your water, I'm confident, and drink it. Okay? Water is everything. Water is spirit. This is being at peace with yourself. Now you're able to handle things more gently. Now you're able to give love. You're able to love. We also have these deep emotions too, so that past life energy. I told y'all about this in the moon reading. Here we go again. Here it is again. But this is also a doorway, or this is also a portal for your healing and rebirth. For this new birth, this new growth within. Let's see about the Akashic records. Some of you guys, the higher power is channeling into you right now. Let's see. Tell me more about the Akashic records open. Time for a nap. Time to dream. Look at you. Thinker. Daydream. A new life. For some of you guys, there are people that you're going to start seeing in your dreams. And they are very symbolic. I want to know, are you people, are you guys, do you guys get sent people before you meet them? People that's going to be significant in your life. Also, something is time sensitive. Somebody needs to meditate, at least. Take an hour nap. Do something. Quiet time where you just sitting there just thinking. Time for you to mentally rest so that these pieces of wisdom, discernment, and intelligence and information can come towards you. You got to come to the edge. Time for you to jump. Cyclic. Fork in the road. Spirit is about to give you some insight about some type of cyclic obstacle you keep on running up against. There's something that's cyclic. You keep on running up against this obstacle. Why? Why do I keep hitting this door? Why does this keep happening? Why does this relationship keep on doing this? Why do I keep on going through? It's a cyclic fork in the road. Keeps on happening, round and round. There's a message here. It's about to tell you the truth. Open up the truth to it. Are you ready to see this? Are you ready to be exposed to the truth? Truth is hidden in plain sight. Look at that. Higher power is channeling into you. Breathe, meditation. Get this through meditation too. It's time for us to go to sleep, y'all. And it says for the person who was up all night. Last night, I could not even go to sleep. But I ended up going, turned on a meditation, a sleep meditation, and went to sleep, slept so good, though that it was like 1 or 2 in the morning, knowing that I got stuff to do. I'm like, oh, goodness gracious, let me get up. Let me get up, walk the dog, feed the dog. But we're here now. Record. All of that stuff. Tell me more about this gentleman. This gentleman is coming here. Talk about these men. Not men in real life, just the men on the internet. Do y'all notice that? The men in real life are not like the men on the internet, like, at all. I noticed this when they were saying, like, black women are the most unprotected women. And granted, there might be that true. But I know if I go out, I don't even got to know this black man. If a man try to talk crazy to me, try to hit me, try to do whatever, that black man going to be the first one to stand up for me. That's my reality. I don't know about nobody else's reality, and I've seen it happen. People, when domestic violence happen, the first people to usually say something is a black person. Where I'm at. I don't know where y'all at. You got the seventh chakra. This is no shade for people who done had crazy experiences with men, but what I know from men is protectors. Now, could they do a better job? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But I know men that put their freedom on the line to protect. Like, it's not a question at all. I don't even got to know this man from nowhere. And they going to step up. They going to step. I done been in situations where I know before I could even say something slick. And we need more men like that. I see them all day, every day. But anywho, the seventh chakra. There's a download that you're getting from a man. About family, about love. This could be love, okay? Yin yang energy. This is a balanced relationship coming together. There's a download that you're getting from a man. And you have financial constraints here. Door to spirit. Hostilities, yeah. So this man is hostile. There may be a person who needs to get right with spirit, or just feels like that they're living foul and they need to get right. It's this big feeling of a person feeling like, I'm not living right, I'm not doing right, I'm not whatever. You don't need much. All you need to do is drop down and pray to who you believe in and ask for forgiveness. I only know how to do it with God, so I can't tell you about other things, but just start praying more. Start praying more. Start speaking more. You have happy family here. I feel like there's a person who's thinking about some type of happy family with you, but they don't have the money. That sucks that men do that. Somebody wants to kind of be with you together, but they feel like that they don't have the money to support you. Yeah, this is a thinking man. There's also a man that's thinking like, are you okay? Are you doing fine? I tell you about these protectors here. First chakra, Archangel Michael. This is the protector willing to fight, protecting you. It's a person who's trying to think about like, are you protected? Look, door to value too. Person may also think that you're mad at them. Somebody also may want to check on you, but they think that you might be mad at them for some reason, or that the conversation won't go the way that they want it to go for some reason. Okay, let's see about this Five of Swords here. But there's a person trying to think about they're thinking about you. Are you doing good? Are you doing bad? Is this person upset? For some of you guys that are the gentleman, you're thinking about a person. Are they okay? Are they not? Some of you guys are learning to walk away from drama. Some of you guys are learning to pick your battles wisely. So you're no longer afraid of the storm. Look at that, renewal. No longer afraid of the storm. And frogs remind me of rain. Acceptance, starry nights. Accepting yourself. This is accepting your conflicts, accepting your own drama, accepting another person's conflicts and drama too, because we're talking about forgiveness. That's that peaceful self-regulation. Able to actually know yourself, not just the light parts, but the dark parts too. That's why shadow work is so important. And shadow is not just negative. Shadow is just hidden. It's something that you don't see, you don't know. You got growth, toadstools here. For some of you guys, this growth is coming from walking away from drama, unless you feel like this something is really worth your time and you need to speak. Understanding when you should speak. I always love a lady always knows when to speak. Or a lady knows when to exit. A lady also knows that her silence is volumes. Doesn't make her weak. Her silence will be heard more than her nagging. All the people in relationships, yeah. Yes. The moment you don't say nothing, what's wrong with you? The moment you talking, they didn't hear nothing you said, okay? You also have the willow spirit. That's my mom's favorite tree. I think that's got to be that's our favorite tree. Like, we have a family of people who love the willow trees, but flexible spirit. Understanding that you're bendable, not breakable. Just think about how the willow tree, the leaves just flow in the wind, whether the wind is calm or whether the wind is violent. It's not easily to be for those trees who don't have any flexibility, no movement within them, they break. But this willow tree is able to whip through. And these leaves and branches are very, very thin on the willow tree. So somebody might be doubting you. You may look frail, but you're not breakable. You may look weak, but you're not weak. Just because you know your sensitivities and you know who you are, that doesn't make you weak. Just because you know when to leave a room or you know when to stop a conversation, that does not make you weak. Just because you know when to bow out, when to get out of a fight, to avoid a fight, that doesn't make you weak. It actually makes you strong. And then you have the storm spirit chaos. And we already know what God is doing when he brings chaos. Testing faith, testing integrity, because desperate times calls for desperate measures. Testing us. Test. Don't feel fair because it's storming outside. I don't need a test. It's like, why you want to test me at this time? But that be the time when you're under pressure. Diamonds are built under pressure. Remember that. All right, Libra. I know I've been talking for a while, so I'm going to let you guys go. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. If you did, make sure you give this reading a big thumbs up and make sure you guys are subscribed. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video.